Are clients and prospects reading your intentions? I'm Krista Giannak, Wise Words That Matter, getting experts and businesses noticed through the written word. This is part one of my Hidden Pitches series. When you release content like blog posts or case studies or even words in a conversation, are your clients and prospects reading your intentions? I would say that the answer is yes. So, what are they reading? Some of my fellow networkers have been trying to impress me lately. Once I had a fellow networker interrupt my train of thought to tell me that an influencer was calling him at that very moment, and he wasn't answering because I was more important, just so I knew. In fact, I've had several networkers tell stories about the influencers that they've met. Speaking of stories, lots of times, unbidden by any particular interest of mine, I've seen lots of people launch into lengthy business stories, sometimes very good stories. What's wrong with a good story then, right? Or with speaking about your strengths, especially in networking and business. My main concern, I'm reasonably confident that I'm reading the intentions correctly, reasonably, even though these networkers weren't exactly being straightforward. While strengths are great to share, I'm more comfortable with a two-way street and balanced sharing. When both people are truly interested, while long stories can be unintentional, of course, a lot of times they're designed for a specific purpose, to bypass our resistance to being pitched. That's the irony of it. They bypass the conversation, the give and take. And by their very nature, long business stories monopolize the time we have with one another. Moving now from conversation to written content, we must know that lots of people skip to the end, right? Especially when we're telling business stories. Especially, we can drift in the middle of a story that doesn't seem to have any point, or if the only point we can see is to pitch us, we're done. Well, what other points are there in business other than to sell? We want to get to know one another. That may be a point. Or if we're not the people, we want to still discover their needs, find ways to collaborate, inspire people perhaps, and invite people to work with us when relevant, when there's interest, when there's a fit. We want to help people to perhaps look at things differently. That's another intention that's not necessarily selling. I'm Krista Giannak, Wise Words That Matter. I'll be back next time with part 2 of the Hidden Pitches series, where we discuss these other approaches to getting to know and network and build trust with our business associates. See you next time. If you'd like to network with me and get to know me and I'll get to know you, give me a call, 631-505-4011.